This is the first GBB summit that we actually do across Benelux, which is quite the first and a unique congregation of business builders, but also incumbents that are building new businesses.
We have a wealth of companies coming together, we have investors coming together, which is phenomenal how they can all meet. But the same thing that we're doing with linking investors to certain companies or off-takers with producers or supply chain players with potential companies they're going to work with. And I think that's the power of what we can bring.
I never saw so many opportunities in my life, and I think it's because we are rebuilding the world. Because our world has been built for 100 years on fossil fuels. And we're going to get rid of fossil fuels in the coming 30, 40, 50 years. So it's a huge opportunity for everybody.
Yeah, so there are many opportunities there. I think we're looking at new generation of batteries. We're looking at much more energy efficiency of our data centers. We're looking obviously at hydrogen, green steel.
Benelux has a lot of startups in the early stage, and that really needs to move into a second gear on pace of scaling, going much faster, much more aggressive. The first lesson is they need to be absurdly ambitious in terms of what they want to do. Not perhaps in scale, but in terms of how fast they come down in cost and capex to be competitive and be able to scale.
What scale-ups can learn from each other to scale is also the biggest threat, because every scale-up wants to be unique and you don't want to give away your secrets to somebody else. But the lesson is also that if you don't cooperate with others and you want to do it on your own, you have no chance.
Yes, I focus even more on cooperation. We really need to find each other because we're developing new markets, new products, new markets, need new financing modules. So we really need to cooperate. So I will connect to a few of the people that I met today.
One of the key learnings here was really think about the organization. How do you build an organization with the right people, the right skills and the right passions to really make a difference on the long term, and also build your organization for the future, not only your technology.
Many of the bottlenecks still are a lack of capital. Companies develop sometimes complex technology or apply them, and it requires a lot of capex. That money is not always there. You need a mix of debt funding, equity funding, but also project funding, which is not always available.
I've heard a lot today is financing. But if I step over the financing hurdle, which I'm actually quite intrigued to solve after today, not sure how yet, but I'm intrigued to solve it. I think it's a matter of execution. Execute, execute, execute. Every day a little bit better than yesterday, and making sure that we all take the next step to making the companies that are there already and that will be there in the next 5 years, make them bigger and bigger and successful.
We're helping them to set an ambition that might be larger than the ambition that they have themselves, because that's what we believe is needed if you want to succeed in this game. We're trying to help them as much as we can with all of the capabilities that we've developed across a wealth of sectors in accelerating and de-risking the plans that they have. And that can be both in making the idea even better or executing the idea that they're working on. We help bring companies together, and that's both what we do here today.
The role we have is we want to help launch, and we want to help accelerate the pace with the growth of these companies with 2, 5, 10x.
My main takeaway is unapologetic ambition.